Hey everybody, Jim Cressman, Invictus Entertainment Group. Today we're going to do some music industry myth busting.
Nice.
With none other than Brett Kissel, who's here with me
everybody.
today. Brett, I'm sure you had expectations when you started out that were quite quickly debunked when you achieved some level of fame. Tell us about one of the most prominent ones.
Now, I would say that one thing that I had to learn very quickly is that the minute I achieved my record deal with Warner Music, I thought that might be an opportunity for me to rest and to let this team now be the driving force and let them do it all for me, and I'm just going to write songs and sing. And I learned very quickly that that's not the case. In order for us to be successful, I need to keep working as hard as I did to achieve the record deal and just allow them to do what they do and to work, at their level. So now we have two driving forces going forward. I really found out quickly that the real work begins the minute I signed my record deal. That's when things were at an all new level, and the compete level needed to be way higher. So I learned that very quickly. I'm glad I did.
You're the CEO of Brett Kissel Incorporated,
yeah,
and you're setting the pace, right?
Exactly.
I once heard someone say that when a star walks in the room and you see them, you feel like they're the most important person in the room. But when a superstar walks in the room and you meet them, they make you feel like you're the most important person in the room. You have that high level of engagement with your fans, whether it's online, whether it's in person. You've got this incredible level of charisma. How do you stay on all the time?
I think that's a misconception, I think, in our business for some artists about being on and being off. I think everybody likes their privacy and has those moments, but I don't like it being a switch. I've met a lot of artists, and whether I've opened for them or performed or got to know them and developed friendships, we talk about it a lot with them being on and off, and sometimes the difficulties that artists can have or celebrities can have in that type of situation. But then you meet a guy like Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks isn't on, Garth Brooks isn't off. He's just Garth.
Yeah.
He just, when he walks into the room and he spends time with you, there's this authenticity that he's compassionate, he's caring, he's humble, he's kind, he wants to know about you, and he genuinely wants to know about you and your life. And that's just him being him. That's Garth being Garth. So that's a guy that I look up to, because I think when I want people to meet me, I just want to be normal and not be on or have a good day and then a bad day. And Brett wasn't nice this time. Brett was super nice this time. I just think it's important for me to be consistent. And I think the way that I was raised, it's important to be on, or and just present. to be present, just to be authentic and genuine anytime you meet somebody. So there's no on-off switch for me.
Very cool. Well, whatever you're doing, it works.
Thanks.
It reminds me a lot of Garth. In meeting Garth and meeting yourself, very similar in those realms of your personality.
A lot of people have bracelets say WWJD, and I think I should get one WWGD. What would Garth do? That's what I think all the time.
Yeah, because people buy talent and they buy greatness, but they buy sincerity most of all, right?
Well, I do. I'm a consumer and a fan of music, and country music first and foremost. And a lot of my heroes are those true, authentic people. George Strait is just George Strait. There's no BS about him. This is who I am. This is what I do. You look at it, and then a guy like Garth Brooks, the same thing. And any of the real megastars in our business, I think, have that same qualities.
How old were you when you actually started in the business?
The business, I would say 12. I was playing around, at 7, 8, 9, 10, but when I was 12, that's when,
things
my parents and I, it was,
yeah.
We were busy every weekend, every Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and I'd play a show in Bonnyville, Alberta, and then someone from Cold Lake would see me, so they'd hire me to play in Cold Lake, and then I'd go play in Edmonton, and then I'd go play in Calgary, and it was just this consistent thing. So 12 years old, I would say, is when I really started.
Yeah, that's when I first met you, and you did a great job at building your business to a level.
At the CCMAs, I remember shaking.
Yeah, in Edmonton.
I shook Jim's hand and I said, I really want to work with you one day. My name is Brett Kissel. It's my first time at the CCMAs. I want to work with you.
And here we are, all these years later.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But you did a great job at building your business and focusing on your art till you could attract the right partners and the right team around you.
Right.
And if you could go back in time right now with all of the knowledge you have and talk to the 12-year-old version of Brett Kissel, what's the one piece of advice that you would impart?
Quickly, I would say patience. And the reason why I'd say patience is because I was a very impatient person, and I still am. I think you know me. I'm a racehorse. I just want to go and run all the time. And with that said, I think the biggest thing is that the opportunities that I got when I was 20, but I really wanted when I was 16, am I ever glad I didn't get that opportunity when I was 16? It went to somebody else. Or I didn't play that festival. I didn't get that show because I wasn't ready in hindsight. Whereas I'm ready now. Or now that I've got this experience and you know, the industry has changed and it's a lot better for me as an artist, I'm really glad I'm doing this now at 27, because if I was doing this at 17, I actually would have sucked. I know that I would have. I wouldn't have been able to do what I'm able to do now. I'm not saying that I don't suck maybe from time to time now, but I feel I'm a lot better prepared because I'm patient now, and something good is going to happen if I'm patient. So I would say that to any new artist or up-and-comer, you know what, you might want something right now, but you're 14 years old, it's going to happen. Maybe it's better when you're 18, or you're 18 right now, it's okay. Maybe it's going to be better when you're 26. Doesn't mean don't have that fire in the belly and that passion, but be okay with being patient.
Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Kissel, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you.